time it is. It's 3:07 in the morning. I know ain't nobody up. But y'all to see this when y'all get up. I kept saying I felt like I left something out earlier today. For those of y'all who saw the 49-minute video earlier today, let's just say that's part one. Because see, I told you what happened, but I didn't tell you everything that happened. A few things I left out to begin with. I told you what happened up until the time I got pregnant. I got pregnant at 17, but I found out February 13th, 2009. And then it was Friday the 13th. I got a headache too. My head hurt bad. So 17. It's 8 years since the, well, no, I'm not gonna say that's not 8 years. It's 7 years. 7.5 years or so since my mom and dad were divorced. I want to say they got divorced. Yeah, it's been 7.5 years since they got divorced right before my 11th birthday in 2002. The divorce was filed on January the 4th. We were down in Louisiana February the 6th. We drove. We hit the road midnight, February the 3rd. We got here a little bit after noontime, February the 6th. So it's a 3.5 day trip. Well, 3 days, because of course we took breaks, but I have to say all together, if you take the breaks out, it's really like a 2-day trip, 2.5 at best, rather than 3.5 days. If you don't, if you account for sleep, yeah, it was a 3.5 day trip, but if we were able to just push through and not take any stops for gas and food and all of that, we probably would have got here in 2 days. So anyway, that's irrelevant. That's just, I don't know why I threw that out there. But so we get down here. I don't like my surroundings. I don't like being here. Hate it. Picking fights with people. Running out checks my mouth, can't catch because I don't know these people. First of all, I was talking all this shit to. So I get to 17. Me and my now fiance. Get pregnant 7 months later. Have a baby a year and 3 months later. This was in, how old was I in 2000? How old was I? I was 20. 2001? No. 2011. So 2011, I'm 20 years old. And, there we go, that's better. 2001, I'm 20 years old. Let me add some flair to this. On my filter. I know my teeth gonna talk about my filter, but that's alright. My filter. My filter, girl. I'm about to get upset. Where is my filter? Oh, you know I'm about to be mad. That ain't it. I was about to click on the wrong thing. Hell no. That ain't the filter I want. God, where my filter at? I'm about to get mad. Where's my... See? This is bullshit. Where's my filter? No. Close enough. Because I can't find my damn filter. I wish the hell I would. Absolutely right. I'm upset. What's this? No. I can tell by the way my mouth shape is about to be something bad. lies and bullshit. No. What's this? What? I'm mad I can't find my filter. No. Boy, I'm so mad I can't find my filter. Y'all even know how upset I am. I can't find my favorite filter. Lies? That wasn't me, y'all. That was a fucking filter that I didn't know what the fuck. Empire. Girl. Thank God, appreciate that. No. My eyes are big. Let me stop. I'm trying to be serious. I can't be serious with this thing. I can't do it. I fucking can't do it. No. I can't. Take the shit off me. I can't do it. I can't do it. Anyway, like I was saying. So it's 2011. Yeah, y'all see the hole in my childhood there? You see that? She decided she wanted to play baseball in the house. She had a mean swing. Yeah. I don't even like that in the camera frame. So yeah, 2011 I went to Portland for a week. My auntie and my cousin, test for this. I'm gonna start from day one. Day one I got there, I had even before I got there, I had a whole week planned. I was gonna take my baby to the zoo, to the parks that I used to love to be at, the Spring Street Fountain, which is downtown. I was gonna take her to this waterfall place that we love to play because it was like a waterfall. It was like a rock formation. It was an architectural. It didn't look like a regular rock formation. It was a very beautiful architecturally designed formation. Like it was almost like steps of marble, if I'm not mistaken, marble or ceramic or something like that. It wasn't too slippery though, so it was something that definitely your feet could grip, like get some traction. And it's brown, and it's in the middle of this lush garden / park. And it's one of my favorite places I used to go swimming, just to get in the water. But you got to be careful though, because if you don't know how to swim, you fuck around and hit a pot. I remember I hit a pot. I was just walking and didn't realize that the shit was about to drop from under me. My ass went under the water. I don't know how to swim that good, but I bet you that fucking dad know I learned how to swim. I got under that water and I opened my eyes and I looked for that ledge I was on, and I swam to that ledge and stood back up. Put my head back under the water. All I seen was black, so I knew the shit was deep. I cordoned off that whole area. This is where you don't go. No. I miss my city. That's why I'm going back. Soon as I get on my feet, I save up me at least 20 grand, which ain't gonna take long because the job offers I've been getting, they almost like at $20-something an hour. So for me, that's what's up. For that, give me a year. You let me take an offer that's similar to the offers I've been with. It ain't gonna be no similar. The highest offer I done got, that's what y'all gonna give me. Straight up. We're paying 14. No. Last job offer I had was 18 or 19 I think the highest offer I had was almost 19. I think I was like maybe like a quarter and a couple of dimes away from $19 an hour. And it was a full-time job with overtime, vacation, and you got your PTO right up front. Like, you know how some jobs they make you work and then you get your PTO on your anniversary? It ain't work like that. you got your PTO straight up front. So like the first year you get 17 days. Your first 3 years you only get 17 days. Then from your third year to like your fifth year you get 20. And then once you've been there 5 or more, you get 25 days. And then if you get into a salary or a managerial position, then that's bumped up to like 30. And then I think a full, if you get up to a managerial hourly position, it's like 30 days. But if you get to a salary managerial position, they give you like 40 days of PTO. 40 days of PTO. So the job that I'm pushing for has those benefits, and I must be doing pretty good because it's been, I seen that it's been passed on, it's been pulled by the recruiters, it's been passed on by the hiring manager. So I'm hoping to get a call in today. I'm gonna nail the fuck out that interview. And the minute they talking about, well, what you ready to pay? Last job I had offered me 18, da 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 da. So if we ain't talking at least a quarter within that range, I'm not gonna say at least. I'm not going no more than a quarter below. I'm not going no more than a quarter below. I'm not going under 18. I feel like I was almost at 19. I'm giving y'all a little wiggle room. I'm not going under 18. Straight up. Like, just not doing it. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Because I ramble sometimes. I went to go pick my brother up because he spent the summer with my dad in 2011. Which, let me say, this was the first summer since 2002 my dad had us. He was supposed to have us every other year for holidays and weekends. For holidays and the summer. This was the first summer. From 2002 when they got divorced to 2011, a year before my brother died. That was his first summer having my brother. That was my first summer going over there with my dad. Anyway, he would always try to make arrangements, but then like when you call him and be like, hey dad, what's going on with the tickets, just that and the third, something that came up. It's an excuse. Put it like that. It's just an excuse. Let me turn my thing. It look like I got a boogie on my nose. It was always an excuse. So finally, after my mama took him to court, or at least after they took each other to court, so many fucking times, for no fucking reason in my opinion, just a battle of wills, two strong-willed people. Well, I ain't gonna say two strong-willed people. One passive-aggressive person and another person, my mother, who don't do the passive-aggressive shit. Like anybody who know my mama know how straight up my mama is. She don't do that passive-aggressive where she don't throw shade. She don't do that slick shade. She gonna tell you how the fuck she feel, right? That's how she feel. But anyway, back to the story at hand. So this was my first summer. This would turn out to be my first and last summer with my dad. Me and my brother, because my brother died the summer of the. He died the summer of the next year, 2012. He died when I was a kid. And we got him to the hospital too late. And come to find out, he had been sick for a long time, and the doctors never caught it. So by the time the doctors did catch it, by the time we got a fresh set of eyes on him, they opened him up on the OR. They opened him up in the OR, and they said his appendix and his gallbladder had burst, and he turned septic. And your appendix holds, your gallbladder holds a lot of the acid that your liver uses to break down food and filter the good and the bad. So like your liver filters the good to your cells, and the rest of it goes into your excretory system, which is your shit. It goes into your excretory system, and then your colon and your stomach pushes it out through your rectum, your shit. Well, the gallbladder holds all the acid that is provided to your stomach to break food down, so that the liver can filter out properly, so that the kidney can filter and be cleaned out properly. That burst. So imagine battery acid. Remember, think of your battery in your car bursting. God forbid it hit you, but it hit everything else around it in your car, and all you see is just sizzling and a deterioration until it's unrecognizable, and then it starts dripping and it looks like liquid and it's soup. That's what my brother's inside looked like. Soup. What was still there was black. His organs had failed. His colon was twisted. It was black because it twisted so much it didn't have blood supply. It was black. It died in his body. So not only do you have all these dead organs and these dead pieces of flesh within you, but you also, on top of that, whatever your organs didn't do when your gallbladder burst, it finished it off. It let all that dead tissue it let all that dead tissue into your bloodstream, and he became septic, and he died within 12 hours. We brought him there about 5:45. I got a call the next morning. It's 5:45 in the evening. 5:45 p.m. He was admitted at 6 something p.m. He was sent to ICU at 7 something p.m. They tried their best to hold off, give him liquids, give him everything they could to because his blood work was so abnormal. They were scared to go in and do surgery to see what the problem was, because they couldn't figure it out. Because his blood work was all over the place, so there was nothing that was specifically said, okay, this is what's wrong with him because this is raised and this is low. He didn't have that. His blood, like nothing in his blood work was normal, within normal range. Nothing. So, you know, the doctors held off at first with going in. They hoping that they would get him well enough, even if his labs were abnormal. They were trying to get him as close to normal range as possible, so that he didn't die on him in the OR, so that they didn't open his body to more infection, even though it's supposed to be a sterile area. That wasn't the case. No, I'm not either. No, I'm not. When they opened him up and they realized there was nothing they could do, they literally opened him up, looked at him. The doctor said, his name was Dr. Mann, Kenneth Mann. Dr. Mann said, him and his team opened my brother up. They looked at each other. And it's like, they all said to each other without speaking a word, this child's not gonna make it. I don't care. And unless I can get an organ transplant for every organ in his body, and I can get a colostomy bag here, this child's dying. Some of his organs are already black. They're already dead. I left the hospital at about 5:30, right before they took him into surgery. I remember I had just crossed that door frame. I just crossed that door frame. When my mom and him called me and told me he was gone. The last thing I did was I kissed him and I said, I'm gonna have steak and potatoes, his favorite meal. We talking about somebody who loves steak and potatoes. And y'all know who my brother. Y'all who knew my brother was a damn thief. Many days I left my plate on the table to go run to the bathroom or to go get something, and the fucking plate clean. Leave a cup of juice on the table. Come back. Whoop. And all you see is him standing there, Hi, hell. TJ, stop introducing yourself to my food. And he used to laugh at it. He used to think I was being, boy, stop playing with my food. Well, fuck, don't you hear? I ain't gonna say you're playing with it because it's gone. I remember one time I had to fix 3 plates. Even if I was in the kitchen and my back was turned. Them 2 little, everybody who knows TJ know about these 2 right here. Turn around. He ate so much one time, he stuffed his mouth so much. I turned around and I said, what the hell? What's wrong, Jay? I look at my plate and I look at his fingers. And I look at TJ like this. When he finally got it down, he just stood there and he tilted his head. TJ, what happened to my food? TJ, where's my food? He knew what the fuck I was talking about. Because every time I asked him what my food was, he laughed at me. TJ, where my food at? And then he go get on the sofa, stretch out, and go to sleep. Finally, by the third time fixing my plate, I finally got to eat. If anything had a straw, if it had anything, if there was any way of drinking and getting the juice out of it, this Negro, like, it got so bad you had to put your food in the microwave because you couldn't put it in the fridge because he knew how to open the fridge and steal. So you couldn't put it in the fridge. It was either the microwave or the oven because the oven had a little, you know, it got a little pull to it. The microwave got a little pull to it. You can't just open it. When you have to hide food, you have a problem on your hands. And that Negro right there, I wish I could zoom in. That Negro right there, made it a habit to steal my damn food. I ain't appreciate that. But anyway, back to the visit. See, I started rambling again. Back to the visit. So, this was the breaking point for me and my dad. Y'all thought the wedding was the breaking point? No. The wedding was the breaking point. The wedding wasn't the breaking point. The wedding was me trying to reconcile with him. And the years in between, because from 2011 to now, I've called, I've texted, I've let this man know how I feel. I let this man know how he let me feel. I've let this man know how he made me feel. My very first suicide attempt was because he told me that I was the reason for my divorce. If I'd have kept my mouth shut, because I went and told my mama where we had been for that weekend. He told me if I would have kept my mouth shut, they wouldn't have got a divorce. Now, mind you, I didn't want my parents to divorce. I wanted to be back in Oregon. So if you're telling me that I'm the reason for this misery, that fucks with your head. But anyway, I went to go get him. I had a whole week planned. Went to go get him. Day one, it wasn't good. Because I had to be in the house with her. Now, I know how to be cordial and speak to you, but I ain't got to have conversation. I ain't got to be friendly with you. Hey, good morning. All right, good night. If that, she didn't get a good night every night. Because all right, I'm going upstairs to my room. Okay, good night. Bye. Y'all who know me know I don't give a fuck. I just, that was when my blatant don't give a fuck days. Now I gracefully don't give a fuck. There's a difference. But back to the subject at hand. Me and my dad got into like my third day there. I've been having heart problems for a minute. Been having it for a minute. It's gotten worse as I gotten older because I have a lot of stress I carry in my body and I got other things going on. So my heart is getting weaker. We got into it. It was a day my chest was hurting really bad. And I didn't have my medicine. Well, no, I lied. I'm not going to say I didn't have my medicine because I didn't start taking medicine for my heart until 2 or 3 years later. So no. At the time, the only thing I was really taking was like baby aspirin, which helped sometime and it didn't help. And I had left my baby aspirin in Louisiana, and they didn't have any baby aspirin. And where he lived in the woods. Not the woods, but he lived on one of the hills. So the nearest store was a good 30-minute drive. I asked for a rental car to get around because I didn't want to depend on him. Didn't want to give me a rental car because I was 20. So, of course, I can't get a rental car in my name. Didn't want to give me the rental car. Even though I was going to pay for it. All you was doing was putting your name on it. I got insurance. I got a license. I can drive. I'm going to pay for the damn car. Just give me the car. He didn't want to give me the car. We got into it really bad. Because it was like 8 o'clock in the morning. Now, mind you, we in different time zones. So, y'all 10 o'clock was my 8 o'clock. This Negro woke me up at 10 in the morning. Get up. Me and my child sleeping good. Why am I look at that time, I almost cursed him out. Nick, why is she waking me up at 8 o'clock in the morning? It was 8:08. What is she waking me up for? I gotta go to wherever her mom and them stayed at. I gotta go to whatchamacallit to go set some lines and some ceiling and some shutters and stuff up. Okay. You're waking me up again for why? To let me know you're gone? Okay, go. I'll see when you get home. No, y'all gotta come. You want me to get out of bed at 8 in the morning to go sit by her people house? Terrence, I'm having a hard enough time being in here with her. And you want me to go around her family? First of all, the mama don't even like you. Why are you going at... You're like a house slave, unofficially. You know this woman don't like you, but you're going to put up her shutters and some blinds? Oh, he didn't like when I said that. We got into it, and he went downstairs hooping and hollering and cussing. If I had $150 a night to put your ass in a hotel, I would. Every time we got into an argument within the course of the first 3 days, he always stood it in my face. You're not going to keep telling me that if you had money to put me in a hotel, you would. Because you know what that says to me? That says to me that you don't want me there. So let me make it easy for you. I said, fine. I said, I'm not going to the woman's house. I'm not going to that woman's mama house. I'm not doing it. I don't want to sit there with her family. Understand where I'm coming from, people. Me and this woman never liked, I ain't gonna say we never liked each other. Me and this woman never seen eye to eye. Me and this woman never had a conversation. We attempted to have a conversation the night before. Because she was like, I walked in the house, good evening, I'm fixing my food. Because I wasn't talking to her, she straight up asked me, not in a rude way, but she was just like, what is your problem with me? I said, I'm doing my food. I'm like this. My problem ain't with you. Like y'all, like the camera is her, and this is me. My problem ain't with you. I mean, you might have been part of the issue, but my problem ain't with you. Fixing my food. My problem ain't with you. That's how I'm doing. I'm looking, stirring my food. I'm looking at it like, my problem ain't with you. You might be part of the issue. Show you my problem. I don't have a problem with you. Yeah, it take two to tango, but you wasn't married. Hell, you could do whatever you wanted to do. You were single. No problem ain't with you. Terrence! She calls Terrence down. And she attempts to do an intervention with me and my dad by trying to get him to understand from a female's point of view how their relationship made me feel like I was less than. Terrence wasn't trying to hear that. Terrence gave me the most. Terrence, now say you're sorry. Like a mother telling his son, telling you're sorry. I'm sorry. At first it was just like, man, we ain't said sorry when I was growing up. My daddy never told me he loved me. That should be even more reason for you to tell your children that you love them. Because if my mom didn't do something for me and I know how it made me feel, I'm not going to pass it on to my child and make her feel that way because I know how I feel. I'm going to do the opposite. So if you're telling me that your parents never telling you that they love you made you feel some type of way, why the hell would you do the same thing and project that shit on me? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Terrence, say you're sorry.
Anybody who know my dad know when he gets lumped in the chair, he that's his I don't give a fuck. Then he adjusted himself. That's how he was. I'm sorry. And this is me. What you sorry for? Everything. What is everything? So like for real, this him. Everything that happened. Okay. Most people, after you say a sincere apology, they want to get up and at least hug you. Give you a little kiss on the cheek, maybe, if it's a family member. My dad took the remote and put on ESPN. And that was my cue to get the fuck up and go to my room. Because my baby was asleep at this point, and I thought I heard her waking up anyway, so I was about to get up anyway and go get her. But I was going to get her and, just rock her back to sleep downstairs. And I could hear her saying, "Terrence, that wasn't sincere." She said, you told me to say sorry, but I wanted you to mean it. And I said in my head, I started to say out loud, "Man, Rose, you let it go. Let it go. Just don't worry about this. Don't leave this right here alone. Just let it go." But I didn't. I kept my mouth shut. I went upstairs. My baby was waking up like I thought she was. She was rumbling around in her sleep because she didn't feel me anymore. Because at the time she was still on the titty. She was only a year old. She was still on the titty. I breastfed my baby till she was 2 years and 2 months. So we still had a whole another year to go when this happened. So she was used to sleeping next to me that way. When she got hungry in the middle of the night, she I ain't ashamed to say I breastfed my baby for 2 years. My baby is healthy. My baby is smart. My baby don't get sick like talk. Baby, look. I know I did the right thing. But anyway. So, the night after was the big argument I just told y'all about. The whole $150 thing. And like every time we got into it, he threw that in my face. And I'm sitting there starting to feel like, you don't want me here, clearly. I'm not going to sit in this woman mama house. Why? Bye. I'm not doing it. I'm not sitting in this woman's house. I don't want to sit in this woman's house. I don't want to look at her. I'm pretty sure she don't want to see me because she don't want to see the children of the family that her daughter played a part in breaking up. Because as a mother, Michaela better not ever cheat on her husband or, her husband and bring the man that she cheated with in my fucking house. Motherfucker, you can't come through that door. I don't give a fuck if it is. I don't give a fuck if Michaela is 60. Don't bring that motherfucker through my door. That was your side nigga at one point. You was married and cheating at one point with this man. Don't bring this man in my house. And that's how I felt. I mean, that's how I assumed she would feel. Because as a mother, that's how I would feel. And the fact on top of that she didn't like my daddy. Do you really think that woman? She already don't like your ass because you supposedly made her daughter a side hoe. Like he put a gun to her head and said, "Let's have an affair." But now you bring your children, innocent children whose lives were shattered and changed because you, a married man, cheated on your wife, their mother, with my daughter. This is when I still had some faith in me. And I could hear the Spirit of God telling me, if you go down there. And I knew, I mean, I'm not saying he was a liar, but I knew this was 100% true when he said this. My conscience said, if you go down there, it's going to be so awkward, you're going to want to sit in the car until he done. I already knew this, but God confirmed it for me. Because, see, I was going to try to suck it up and maybe go down there. But a part of me was still like, Dianika, that's not a good idea. Something going to pop off if you go down there. I knew being around all of her family, all of her nieces and nephews, and her adopted children and everything who was around my age, I knew that if I jumped on her, anybody in her family, that they was going to jump on me. Not jump on like fight, but they was going to want to jump on me, and then it would eventually lead to a fight. And one thing about me, bitch, you try to jump me, hope, the first thing I see, I'm grabbing and busting all you bitches in the head. And if you think you're going to fight me in front of my daughter, bitch, you got life fucked up. I'll go to jail out here. I don't care. God told me clearly. He might as well have said, Dianika, you better not take your ass down there. He might as well have said that. Because it was such a strong voice. Dianika, if you go down there, it's gonna be trouble. Like when your mama telling you something, she don't want to holler, but she get that voice with you. Dianika, if you go down there, it's gonna be trouble. Like, she not telling you straight up not to go. She warning you. It's gonna be trouble. See when that voice got more stern with me? I ain't going nowhere. I ain't scared to go to jail, but I ain't going down there. I don't want to be around them people. And I'm pretty sure the people don't, like I said, I'm pretty sure the people don't want to be around me. The people don't want to be around the children of the woman that your daughter played a part in their heartbreaking. You don't. If I was a mistress to another man and he brought his children around me, and then I took those children around my family, I could tell you my mother is not going to want to be around those children knowing that I played a part in their mother's heartbreaking and being cheated on. My mama ain't going to tolerate that. My mama going to be like, nothing against the children. I don't want to see those children. Yes, they are innocent, but I am shamed that you are my daughter and you played a part in these children's heartbreaking and these children's lives changed. These children had to move halfway across the country because her mother couldn't even stand to be in the same state with y'all. No. If I was her mother, I wouldn't want us around her. I wouldn't. If I was her mother, I would want us, as in me and TJ, I wouldn't want us around me. I wouldn't want the children of the mother whose heart you played a part in breaking because you were cheating with her husband or you were having an affair with her husband. I wouldn't want those children around me, especially not the grown daughter, because she knows now. If she don't know the full story, she know 95% of it. When in reality, I knew the whole story when I was 10. I found letters addressed from husbands of the wives he was messing with, telling her, your husband is cheating on you with my wife. If you don't believe me, one letter described my house, where my room was, what the inside looked like, what was in my mama room, and then to top it off, they were able to describe our car. They gave us a license plate. We had a green Tercel. I don't know if y'all remember them little Tercels. They came right before the Toyotas. They were the old Toyotas. Corolla. They were the old Corollas, Tercels. Tercel. Look up a Toyota Tercel. We had a lime green one. And before that, we had an old school Mustang. Like, I'm talking like a 70-something or 80-something Mustang. My dad had a brown, we called it the brown hoop because he never kept it up. But he had an old Mustang. An old brown Mustang. He got rid of that car and got the Tercel. One letter described not only the car, gave us the license plate of the car. I got recordings of my mother having conversations with members of the church, husbands, members of the church, the wives, And the women he was messing with in our congregation. She recorded the conversations. She kept all the letters. I seen him push and pull her around. Never seen him slap her. I ain't gonna lie and say I seen him slap her or punch her. But he got pretty damn close one day when she pissed him off. That damn hand went back like he was about to backhand the fuck out of her. And his brother had come stay with us because he was trying to talk some sense into him. Because their mother had sent his older brother down there to try to come talk some sense into my daddy and get him to see, dude, you about to lose a really good fucking thing. That failed. But if it wasn't for my uncle grabbing my dad, I think my daddy would have hit my mama that day. Because she found a letter that he wrote, like a little poem letter that he wrote to Mary Rose. And she found it. And she confronted it with it, along with the tapes and the other letters. Baby, it was a full-out brawl in that house. But anyway, back to 2011. So, I don't want to go to the woman's house. I'm not going to the woman's house. I'm adamant in it. I'm standing still. I don't mean my decision. I'm not putting on clothes to go to this woman's house. Well, put on some clothes because I'm about to drop your ass off somewhere. Drop me off? Okay, I'll put on some clothes. No, get your bags too. Excuse me? Get my bags? Okay. I did just that. I got my bags. Because I only had one suitcase. My baby had another suitcase. I got her stroller. I got her umbrella stroller. Baby bag was packed to capacity. I fixed the room just the way I received it. Cleaned everything up. My daddy packed everything into his My daddy packed everything into his van. I want to say he had a Dodge. Packed everything into his van. Dropped me off on 1st Street at the riverfront at 9 in the morning. Well, it was about 9:30. Downtown, and I believe it was Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. It was either a Saturday or it was close to the weekend. Yeah. Dropped me and my baby off in the middle of downtown. I didn't know where the hell I was. I recognized the area, but I didn't know my way around anymore. Grabbed my GPS. I grabbed my phone and called my mom. I know it was around 9:30, 10 o'clock because my mom was like, it's early in the morning. It's not early in the morning. Oh, I take it y'all up? No, I lied. She said, why y'all up so early? Because I remember she said it's not even noon yet. So it had to be around 9:30. It had to be around 9:30 because I remember her saying it's not even noon yet. And I told her what happened. And I said, I need money for a hotel because I didn't when I opened my account, I had a check-ins and a savings, but I only had a debit card for my checking and I had my savings locked down, and they were going to charge me if I would have taken money out of my savings, and then it would have taken a day for the money to transfer over because there's a fee because of the way I had my savings set up. I had my savings set up where it wasn't supposed to be withdrawn out of. So because I set it up that way, there was a fee. There was like a $6 fee. And then if you withdrew more than 3 times a month, the fee went up to $10. So I didn't want to take unnecessary money out of my savings account because I was going to be, look, $6 is a lot. In 2011, $6 was a lot. $6 bought you 2 Happy Meals at McDonald's. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't want to go through the hassle of calling my bank, telling my bank, hey, I need to transfer $600 over into my checking account. And then on top of that, there's a limit. So it would have had to be 2 separate transactions or 2 separate days. So $300 today and then another $300 tomorrow. Anything over $100, that was an automatic $10 fee. So not only are you charging me now a $10 fee, but that's like $20 right there that I have to pay y'all for my money. Because of how I set up my savings account, because I was trying to save and I put restrictions on it so I wouldn't be tempted. The only time the money would come out without a fee is if I overdraft. It was also my overdraft protection account. But other than that, it was not to be touched until a certain time frame. And I'm like, I said, look, I'm planning on moving back home. This money is not to, I am not to touch this money until at least this date. And then I'll know if I'm ready to move. If I don't have enough to move, I'll extend it out further. Like, that's how I had it. So, to keep me from spending my savings money, my mom had to go deposit money into my my checking account. Well, because it was such a large sum of money, and she did it via money order instead of walking in there with all that cash. Because at that time, the way Regis was working, anything deposited over $500 had an automatic hold, even if it was cash. Don't know why, I never understood that. But my mom took like $500, and she deposited. No, I lied. I'm sorry. She took like $750, because I remember calling one of the hotel rooms. It was like $140 a night, and I was only on day 3. I had 4 more days to go before the day of my flight to go back home. And then you gotta account for food and stuff like that, and metro passes, because I didn't have a rental car. And my mom couldn't get a rental car from Louisiana, because she would have to be there to do the paperwork to pick the car up. So couldn't do that. So now I have to get metro passes. I have to get bus passes, and it's called the Max train. It's like a subway train above ground. I mean, it goes underground too, but it's a train. So, I had to get metro passes for the buses and the trains. I had to call my auntie who lived up there. I remember having to take either a bus and 2 trains, or 2 trains and a bus. No, either a bus and 2 trains, or 2 buses and a train. Because where she lived at, you would have to get on the red line and get on the yellow line of the train. She lived off the yellow line of the train. And if I'm not mistaken, I started off on the red line. And the buses do the same thing. They have red, blue, green, and yellow. If I'm not mistaken, I had to get on the blue bus line to get on the red train line, and then jump off it right outside of downtown onto the yellow line train, and then get to the stop. My dad essentially put me out. It was 2 days before he called to see where I was. I could have been dead somewhere. My baby could have been dead somewhere. It was 2 days before he found out before he called to see where I was. I realized that I had left a few things up there, so I waited till early in the morning. I took the bus as far as it would go, because it didn't go all the way up into his neighborhood. The nearest bus station was like 6 miles. So I had to walk 6 miles through a neighborhood that I didn't know early in the morning to go get the rest of my things when I knew nobody was home. I knew where they kept the spare key at. Got my stuff, hurry up and left. Went back to the bus station, went back to the bus stop, took the buses back downtown and back out. That whole big thing. And I stayed at my auntie house for the rest of the time there, 3 days. But if you ask my dad what happened, he'll tell you to this day he didn't put me out. And that's a constant point of contention that we have between us. He doesn't accept any responsibility for any of the things he's done at all when it comes to me. So let's talk about how I dealt with all that. Drugs and alcohol. I am a recovering addict. I have been sober for a year. I used to pop pills like it was candy. I like the state of euphoria, and I like the forgetfulness that came with it, and I could act like everything was okay for a few hours, and then I would come down and realize everything wasn't okay, pop another one. Thank God I knew my medicines, and I didn't overdose, because the way I was popping them things like candy, you swore I was going to eventually overdose, and I did, praise the Lord. And then I would drink alcohol with it. And I knew The wine coolers, like no Smirnoff coolers. Like, I'm talking like Hennessy, Crown, Ciroc, Grey Goose. You know, hard liquor with this medicine. Praise be to God, I can say I'm delivered. Matter of fact, I call my Reverend every night at about 4 o'clock, because he gets up at 3 o'clock or 3 to 6 to study and pray and read his Bible for a little while. So I'm gonna be getting off here in a few minutes, but you know the story. Now you know the consequences. I fell into a drug and alcohol addiction. Battled that for about, I think my dad put me out was the tipping point. So I want to, then the next year I lose my brother. So my dad had me with one foot off the cliff, and my brother, like somebody came behind me and shoved me up that bitch, and I fell into a spiral. And as of 2016, I said I wasn't doing this anymore. I gave the pills up. I gave the alcohol up. Now, a damn daiquiri gets me drunk. Now, I only take pills when I absolutely have to. You know, I deal with a lot of pain, so I can't not take pain pills. But I've gotten to a point where I'm sober and I'm recovering, and I cleansed it out of my system. I told my doctor straight up, look, I think I'm getting addicted to these pills. What's going on with your life? Told him briefly what was going on. He said, yeah, you're probably gaining an addiction because of the feeling it gives you. He said you feel, it's an indescribable feeling of euphoria. Like, you just feel like it's like an out-of-body experience. You don't feel no pain. You're not depressed. You're happy. You're giggly. You know, you just in that, you know, like you people who smoke weed, shit like that. You know, that feeling, the feeling of carelessness, the feeling of fuck it, the feeling of everything's going to be okay. You know, drugs then became my prayer. Like I said, I stopped praying. Drugs became my prayer. I mean, even though there was prescription, there was still drugs. I was taking them when I didn't need them. I was taking Percocets and morphine. They had a spray called Stato. I was taking that, sniffing it up my damn nose. Because it's a nasal spray, spraying it up my damn nose. I was high in 2.2 seconds. And then I would sleep. Because being abused, I stopped sleeping. I was scared at night. So more and more, I started staying up later and later and later. Hello, insomnia. So yeah, I told you what I went through, and now I'm telling you what my reaction was before I found God again. I don't regret it at all. I don't regret anything I've done, because I'm a stronger person out of it all. But I'm about to go call my pastor. I think what I'm going to start doing is, don't think I'm going to start going live once a week and just trying to say some inspiring words for the week. I think that's what I'm going to start doing. So starting every Monday, because everybody get the Monday blues. Starting next Monday, I'm going to start posting. I'm going to start doing a live once a week. And I think I'm going to go ahead and make my Instagram public. So, let me go call my pastor and get my little word. Get my little counseling, because we do counseling over the phone. Everybody gets my counseling faithfully. And he ain't just no spiritual counselor. He got a degree in psychology and sociology. And an additional certificate for counseling. So not only is he educated in the word, But he also understands that we're all human beings. So I got me a soldier. So I'm about to go call my soldier. It's 4:02. He probably wondering where the hell I'm at. I will holler at y'all tomorrow. Love y'all. Many blessings to y'all.